All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Akarkadash, and the Heavenly Father. The true name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Bahashem, the name of Hamashiach Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashon Makadash of the tongue. And I say Barak Atham, the city of elders and apostles, Akim Ba'akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a outside lesson that I wanted to bring out, that second Esdras, chapter 9, verse 1. That's going to be the title of the outside lesson on this October the 8th, 2025, on this Wednesday afternoon. And this is the book of second Esdras, chapter 9, verse 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure out the time diligently itself, what thou seest the parts of the science past, which I had told you before. Right, so we're going to continue to measure the time diligently itself now, so whenever. We're living in modern day biblical signs of the signs of times. That's why we're measuring the time digitally itself. Because these are the signs that the Heavenly Father told us to look out for, and we're going to measure the time digitally itself. Because the Heavenly Father is showing us these increasing biblical signs and these prophecies that's going to come to pass be fulfilled. So we're seeing the pushing of the Third World War. We're seeing the pushing of the MOTV. We're seeing the famine of the Word. We're seeing the hour of temptation. You know, we're seeing that Jeremiah 30 verse 7. We're seeing that Daniel 12 chapter. You know, we see that Matthew 24 verse 21, and these major events, these prophecies that's going to come to pass in the field. That's why we are measuring the time digitally itself now, so whenever, as being service and prophets unto the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Shai, now so more than ever. Because the Heavenly Father says without seest the parts of the science past, which I had told before. And this is the book of second Esdras, chapter 9, verse 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure without the time diligently in itself, without seest the parts of the science past, which I had told you before. Right, so without seest the parts of the science past, which I had told you before, and that's why we're measuring the time diligently in itself, you know, to the best of our ability. What's that? Isaiah 62, verse 6 to verse 7. Joel, the second chapter, second Esdras 15, verse 1. Just like it says in the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, verse 1. So we're going to continue to seek out the wisdom of all ancient, you know, be occupying prophecies. So that's why we're measuring the time diligently itself, you know, now so more than ever. So we're going to measure the time diligently. We're going to have the increase in spiritual discernment and measure the time diligently itself now so more than ever. Since I mentioned that, bring out that Ecclesiasticus. Oh shit, ain't calling on me. That shit bugged up. Yeah, it's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, verse 1. It says, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High Yahweh, and is occupied in meditation of the world, and will seek out the wisdom of all ancient, and be occupied in prophecies. So we're going to continue to seek out the wisdom of all ancient, and we're going to continue to be occupied in prophecies to the best of our ability. So I'm getting to that second Esdras, the 9th chapter. That's why it says, what's the second Esdras, chapter 9, verse 6? The Heavenly Father is going to show us these plain beginning and powerful works and any effects of signs. And then just like the, Luke 21 verse 25, there should be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars upon the earth. The expressive nations will perplex the seas where it's roaring. And these are the signs that Yahweh Shai told us to look out for before he makes his return. You know? That's why we're measuring the time diligently itself as being servants and prophets unto Yahweh Shai, which is the Heavenly Father Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Shai. What's that? Matthew 24 verse 46. It says, blessed is that servant whom Yahweh Shai come, shall find him doing. So we're going to occupy to Yahweh Shai come. So we're going to measure the time diligently itself, and we're going to be occupying prophecies, you know, to the best of our ability. Second Esdras, chapter 9, verse 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure out the time diligently in itself, without seest the parts of the science past, which I had told before. Right, without seest the parts of the science past, which I had told before. Because these prophecies that's going to come to pass be fulfilled, because we already know it's times now. That's what we are here sounding along about, these major events and these prophecies that's going to come to pass be fulfilled. We're about to enter in that Jeremiah 30 verse 7, the time of Jacob trouble. We're about to enter in that Matthew 24 verse 21, the great tribulations. We're about to enter in that 2 Timothy 3 verse 1, the perilous times. We're about to enter in that Revelations 13 verse 16 to verse 18, the pushing of the MOTV, this cashless society in order for you to buy or sell. That's when that Revelation 3 verse 10 comes to play as well too. The pushing of the Third World War. So these are major prophecies that's going to come to pass in the field, and that's why we're measuring the time diligently. So now, so whatever was the Heavenly Father told us to look out for, measure the times. Look out for these signs and prophecies that the Heavenly Father is showing us before He make a return. So we're going to continue to measure the time, discipline yourself, and having an increase in spiritual discernment now, so more than ever. So with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying. Outside lesson of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 1. And that was the title of the outside lesson as of October the 8th, 2025, on this Wednesday. So with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakak Kadash, and the Heavenly Father. The true name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Bahashem, and the name of Mashiach Kabashai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, the last Wakadash Holy Tongue. Now say Barak Thumb to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim Wa'akwaf. Until next time, I will say Kwam Yasharala, and the ball. Shalom.